Hello and welcome to day 14 of 365 days of synth. Today we are going to be taking this and turning it into this. Stick around until the end to find out how you can get this synth for free. So without further ado, let's jump in. So today I wanted to make kind of a flutey synth. I feel like some of my favorite things for flutey stuff is maybe like a a sine wave, and then I kind of like this one, I think. Yeah, so it already kind of and let's also take the note velocity, or the note mod. There we go. So you can see as it opens up, the higher the notes get, which is naturally what happens with a flute instrument. So it's a bit clicky, so let's turn up the release. And let's turn up the attack. Cool. Let's turn down sustain just a little bit, and then let's also do something similar for this. And we'll turn down the sustain even more, and then we'll route this to the cutoff. Way too high, if you ask me. Still too high. I think for especially like wind instruments, I like to add noise, a subtle amount. We're gonna make sure the filter is on the noise by hitting this right here. And let's make it some just like regular white noise. And kind of as a fancy extra trick, I'm going to take this same envelope that has the same shape as a filter, and I'm also going to apply it to the level here and turn this way down. So you're really only hearing the noise at the beginning. Okay, already sounding pretty cool. So I think part of it is maybe we could add some unison and a little bit of detune. Okay, and then I'm thinking we'll make some vibrato. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go to the matrix, we'll do mod wheel, and oops, actually, no, sorry. We'll do LFO1. We'll route it to the global master tune. And then we'll make sure we click this. And one other thing I want to do as well is route the velocity, this velocity, not the relative velocity. Regular velocity routed to the cutoff. So if you play very softly, if you play louder, you get a little bit more expressiveness to it. Okay, So one thing I will say, there's still, I feel like, there we go. We just needed less high end. And I'm gonna bring the noise even lower, and we can bring this. Okay, maybe a teeny tiny bit higher. Okay. And then I'm going to do something kind of weird, which is I'm going to have the rate be affected by the envelope. So as it starts, as you start pressing it, it is quick, and then it kind of slows down a bit. So let's try this, and let's route this to the rate. We're going to bring this quite low. Okay, and okay, I'm going to take also the note matrix. I'm going to turn this even. We don't need it that much. And then I'm going to take the velocity and turn it a little bit higher. There's still, let me just check this. So I think for this, I want this to maybe see what it sounds like at an octave lower. Okay, no. I think mainly I want it to be a little less digital and harsh. Didn't like that either. Let's just bring the level of it down. Okay, and for finishing touches, let's go ahead and add some reverb. Okay, actually one last thing I want to do is I want to mess with the detune here ever so slightly. So let's grab this, we'll bring it quite a bit down, and let's take off the BPM. And maybe we'll turn it overall up. Yeah. Cool. That sounded pretty sweet to me. I don't think we really need a ton of extra work on this to make it any more expressive. It already feels quite expressive just on playing the notes and pushing them. If anything, I might add just the slightest bump on the filter with the mod wheel. So let's go ahead and go there. And let's grab mod wheel, and we'll route it to the cutoff filter, and we'll do it just so slightly. Okay, and let's yeah. And then maybe we'll do one more where we will route it to LFO1, just to make the vibrato go a little bit faster, make it sound like we have kind of control over how fast the vibrato goes. Yeah, and we'll take the cutoff mod and we'll go even lower. I don't think we need that much. Okay. And that's sounding pretty fire to me. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing. I will be doing this every single day this year. So follow along if you want to keep up with this. This will be available on my Gumroad for free. So if you don't want to go through any of this work, you can just go ahead and download this on your own. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.